In, anti-Hillary journalist found dead. Hillary Clinton and her supporters criticized President Donald Trump for supposedly becoming too close to Vladimir Putin, a known killer of journalists. However, Clinton herself has been at the center of some questionable deaths. On September 18, Paul Horner, who the media has labeled a purveyor of, quote, fake news, was found dead in his home in Arizona. According to him, Horner's websites and stories played a role in the 2016 election. In an interview with the Washington Post, Horner claimed that his fake news, quote, stories influenced President Trump's campaign, especially since most Trump supporters didn't fact-check his hoaxes. Horner's brother, JJ, said that his brother's work was, quote, satire and played upon people's vulnerabilities. So I think that was a lot of the genius behind a lot of his work. He was pushing ideas that either people wanted to believe or thought was possible, JJ said. Yeah, right, okay. Tell me what story came out that wasn't true about the witch. But what is he going to say? He's afraid. Two of Horner's most famous stories were his post about President Barack Obama being a radical Muslim, and it shows, and stories about paid protesters at Trump campaign rallies, which we have the proof for that, on Craigslist. During the election, Horner created a series of websites that all pushed questionable information. Horner told many media outlets that his, quote, trolling put Donald Trump in the White House. That's a crock. She would have never made it anyway. In the immediate aftermath of the election, the Clinton campaign latched onto this idea and began pushing the narrative that fake news, quote, had won the day. CNN and MSNBC ran with the fake news hysteria until President Trump started labeling them as fake news. How about CNN coaching when they're interviewing people? They're coaching their people. How about CNN again setting up like the Muslims for the London things that happened in the London aftermath, that they had them standing in line. They had the signs already made up. Who are they kidding? Police officials with Maricopa County have so far ruled out foul play so quickly, really, and have claimed that accidental overdose may be the reason why Horner expired. Really? Horner's death has all the makings of a tragic accident. Really? Earlier this year, the death of GOP strategist Peter W. Smith, who went public about his attempts to retrieve Hillary Clinton's missing emails from Russian hackers, also raised a few eyebrows until police stated that he committed suicide. How convenient. The 2016 murder of DNC staffer Seth Rich has also raised the specter of political assassination, especially since plenty of circumstantial evidence points to the fact that Seth Rich was the DNC leaker to WikiLeaks. However, a group of forensic psychology graduate students and instructors at George Washington University have concluded that Rich was murdered by a serial killer. Really? He was murdered by a serial killer? Okay, so how many murders were reported in the Washington area there, since it was a serial killer? Because serial killers basically strike again. Where is the other reported deaths taking place? What article am I reading here? Of course, the most famous Clinton-connected suicide is the death of Deputy White House Counsel Vince Foster. For decades, many have accused Clinton and her associates of covering up the fact that Foster may have been murdered in order to keep him quiet about the Whitewater scandal. All investigations into the matter have concluded that Foster committed suicide. So all these people, they committed suicide by shooting himself in the back of the head. You know, this is getting outrageous. These deaths will only serve to fuel suspicions that Hillary Clinton and her powerful backers have a relentless will to dominate that has no time for virtue, morality, or the other qualities that keep most people from constantly stepping all over each other. The death of Mr. Horner should also be a wake-up call to Trump supporters. Yes, there is fake news out there, and it would behoove all thinking people to question and fact-check before blindly accepting something is true. Are you kidding me? How much were these people paid to produce this story? Boy, this is the Christian News Alerts. Oh, they must have made a hefty donation to them. This is disgraceful. Disgraceful. Whoever wrote this. Who wrote this? Benjamin Welton? Well, Benji boy, you did a horrible job. And there's enough proof out there on the internet that has a lot of backup on this crap. Believe me. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.